Hi, welcome to our final website review of 2014. And today we're going to be looking at honeytreepublishing.com. Before I go into that, let me just tell you a little bit about me and e-commerce, me, Chloe Thomas, that is, and the e-commerce MasterPlan, and then we'll get right into the review of Honeytree Publishing. That's me there on the left-hand side, and those are my two books, eCommerce MasterPlan 1.8, Your 3 Steps to Successful Selling in the middle, recently described by Elite Business Magazine as worth its weight in internet gold. I'm very proud of that. And on the right-hand side, then we've got e-commerce marketing, how to drive traffic that buys to your website, which goes through the 9 key marketing methods for e-commerce businesses. You can find out more about both those books at ecommercemasterplan.com/books. What's outlined in the books and everything else we do here at eCommerce MasterPlan is we aim to help e-commerce businesses succeed through inspiring them, enlightening them, and guiding them towards that success. What we're doing today is a little bit of enlightenment, but mainly some guidance in terms of how you can be improving your website. And because I know everyone's going to take some tips away from what we're going to see with Honeytree Publishing today. And we deliver that in lots of ways, including everything from consulting services right down to just our own website with lots of free access. So many of you will have found this video via our blog, and as you can see there's lots of free bits and pieces to help inspire you, guide you and enlighten you on your journey to e-commerce success. That's what we do here at e-commerce MasterPlan, and it's primarily based around the 3 steps outlined in the blue book, e-commerce MasterPlan 1.8, where we have these 3 steps that you work through, and today we're looking at the build your website piece, and giving you some tips around building your website. So let's get on and take a look at Honeytree Publishing. They are an online only business, so they're only trading via their website. They don't have any stores or catalogues or that sort of thing. They have a niche product range scale. As you see, they don't publish a great deal. They publish a very focused set of products all around personalised stationery, and their USP is their product and the designs of that product. Before I go into that though, if you would like to request a free website review for your business, just go to ecommercemasterplan.com and follow the links and put your details in there. We do one of them a month, so there's certainly a chance that you'll get one in 2014. Here we are on honeytreepublishing.com. So it comes straight into the website. For those of you who haven't seen one of these reviews before, we look at the website excluding the checkout section. So we're just going to look at the buying process, how the products are put out there, what the homepage looks like, and where the opportunities are for improving this going into the future, going into 2014 in this case. We're looking at this one at Christmas. So what I do rather like here is that we've got a nice countdown going on. However, what I would do at this time of year is I would make that very Christmas focused. So I would change those birds to be, I don't know, Santa's elves or something, just to really focus on that Christmas element, because we've got some quite nice Christmas shop now open up at the gift guide part, but we haven't got this countdown really flagging the Christmas last orders style activity going on here. Quite a deep header, quite a lot of space taken up before we get into really the key products. So we've got this nice strapline here which clearly states what they do, some key links, and we've got this large space here before we then get into the navigation really of the website. So potentially a little bit deep, but when you're designers, as this company is, then it can be good to have that space to really show your skill and your design nous, as it were. Let's have a look further down the page then. What we've got here is we then have links going through to key product types. We've got our personalised stationery. Wow, lots of options going on in here. Bearing in mind right now we are around about the 16th, 17th of December, potentially it's coming on time to get rid of the Christmas cards from here, because to get them delivered to then get them signed, so you can then post them out when it's getting a bit tight for people to be able to get those out. So I'd be tempted to change this over to some kind of New Year's invites or whatever's there when it's not Christmas time by this point. But that's potentially just being a bit nitpicky. We've then got all the different types of key personalised stationery you might be looking for, together with details of sample packs, bespoke studio, which I guess, I'm going to take a rough guess, is them being designed bespoke for you, but so I might change that name to make it a bit more obvious. Feature your own, I've no idea what that means either. I'm going to take a rough guess, it's putting your own artwork on there. Well, I'd make that a bit clearer as well, and then we have price list. But I do like the way you immediately find out what's meant by personalised stationery, because one of the problems you can have with a site like this is that people might be new to this whole area of personalised stationery, so they may wonder what is different between an invitation and announcement versus normal personalised stationery. So this allows people to very quickly find out what it is without having to go onto another page. Invitations and announcements, wow, lots of options here. That's pretty cool. With suggestions for things which you might want to also have. I particularly like that. So we've got information cards, place cards, party bags, menu cards, etc. I really like that. Festive invitation. It's never too early to plan a great party. Well, right now we're getting a bit close for planning our New Year's Eve, so I might have changed the strapline on that to say something like "put the perfect sparkle on your Christmas party" or something. We have, interestingly, just over here on the right, we've got the Honey Tree team desperately trying to help me. I don't want any help. I'm doing fine, thank you. But we'll see what happens with that as we go along. But that's quite nice and not too intrusive, despite the beeping. And then we have all of these. Then we've got this same 4 options at the bottom. Wedding boutique, again, same situation. I do like the way this drop down's being used here. Corporate, fairly standard. Now, if these are greetings cards, I know you're running out of space in this menu, but I'd be tempted to have greetings cards there so it's clear what sort of cards they are. Gift guide. Wow. That's quite impressive. But I'm wondering why, as a specialist in personalised stationery, you're also selling gifts. I suppose they are personalised candles, so maybe that does fit. But I'd be interested to see how much of that gets sold as uplifts, or if it's an area that works for you or not. Labels and tags, again, pretty straightforward. And then the artworks. Oh, I like that as an extension of the range. So specific commissioned artwork that you can buy the originals of, or you can have personalised prints and all that kind of thing, which I think fits really nicely with the rest of the personalised stationery we've got going on here. So quite an interesting product range. The only one I query is that if it's worth doing, or if because they're very different shapes and sizes to everything else. So maybe not. All depends on the numbers, really. I love the fact we've got this here, the secure shopping information, just to make it really clear that this is a safe place to shop from. And I like the fact we've got a perpetual basket going on here with some clear information about how to order. So I'm guessing with personalised stationery there can be a fair amount of hoops to jump through in that online order taking process. Let's just minimise that for now. Which is another reason why it's quite good that we've got this nice clear assistance button going on. So what have we got coming across in our rotating offers? We've got our weekly bestsellers, we've got the tags, nice festive invitations. Oh, that looks great. Last order dates for Christmas, so let's just go back one. Okay, so we've still got time for our Christmas deliveries, and that was quite a nice clear guide to the different shipping dates that we've got. 3 different ones going on there. I might have slowed this down slightly because it's quite hard to read it all in the time it flicks across. And as we're getting so close to those last order dates, I would be tempted to have this on permanently and not have the other ones flying through. Those candles coming up again, and then we've got the best-selling Christmas cards, and then going into those tags that we saw already, and then onto the festive invitations. I like it. This is my favourite image because it shows the actual product really, really clearly, and it shows exactly what you can do in terms of how good looking that personalised stationery can be. So that is by far and away my favourite of the ones rotating. The gifts, it's hard to see the personalisation because it's that bit smaller on these. This, you can only just see the personalisation on that, so I'd have had that bigger so you could see it, because we're not really highlighting the key piece here, the key piece we want to get across, which is that these aren't just, it's not just writing paper and sticker sets, it's personalised to the right person. That's going to be a unique gift, which is a really powerful and appealing area at Christmas time, but we're not necessarily getting that across in all these graphics. So we have request samples and brochures for certain areas and things. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at this social stationery labels and tags sample pack. Alright, before we dive into the sample pack, what's quite interesting is we've now got, in fact this company is a Sheer Lux winner coming up right at the top there. That, I would say, is a much stronger header image than the one we had on the home page, because it's showing the products, showing what they look like. It's showing that you've won a prize, an award, which gives a lot more. It's going to give a lot of trust to the customer coming on this site. So I think that's a much nicer header than the one we had on the home page. Coming back to our free sample pack, I love the fact that we've got, here's what's going to be in it. You can see what our current catalogue is, you can see what we've got in terms of gift tags, you can see we've got what a thank you card looks like, you can see exactly what you're going to be getting through, which means that you can, if none of this is exactly what you're looking for, then you know not to order the sample pack, but if what you're looking for is in here, then you know that this is a good way to go. And all you've got to do is enter your details and send the free sample packs. That's really easy. There's no real massive hoops to jump through there. There's just the key information you need to put in. And interestingly, they made the address line non-critical, because actually what this is they want the email. What I'd also do is I'd get rid of first name, last name, unless you're doing something funky by personalising this to the person who's requested it. And I'd lose the how did you find us, because that's just a big fat barrier to people filling this in. I'd have, if you're not going to have the address details as compulsory, I'd only have email as compulsory. I'd also have something here which explains that the stars mean compulsory, because I'm actually guessing on that front. If you aren't going to make the address lines compulsory, I really hope that when someone fills this in, they get an email saying you didn't give us your address details, so we can't send out the pack. Please do fill them in here and take them to a second form so they can fill it in. Looking down this side, I really like this no guarantee risk, or no risk guarantee, which actually, as I've now misread it, I might rephrase that, because it does look a little bit like no guarantee risk, as in we don't have a guarantee, which we clearly do. So let's take a look at what that guarantee is in a second. And I also like the fact we've got really clear shipping information. Or should I say, we've got shipping information shown in a very clear place, even if there's an awfully large amount of text and alternatives coming through on this. Okay, let's have a look at that guarantee next. Send that one back towards the home page whilst we do. Now, we had that wonderful graphic telling us about our no risk guarantee, and then we've come through to a terms and conditions page, and I can't see the word guarantee anywhere on here. Let's see, order accuracy. No, I can't see a single heading with guarantee. Let's see if we can find it if we... Ah, there we go. It's hidden down here around the cancellation area. Okay, that's quite complicated. It also, if you're going to have a link coming through, you need to explain it, and you need to really put it front and center so it's easy for people to see that guarantee information, because we had to do a search on the page to try and find it. So if you're going to make loads of it here, which you should do, make sure it's easily findable on the page that people go through to. Let's come back to their home page and see where we got to. Okay, love the fact we've got a nice testimonial going on here. That always helps. We've then got quite a big pitch for Twitter going on here, so let's have a look and see what's going on over there. We then come down to we now have the guarantee called the money back guarantee, but with no link at this point. We've got a mission and vision, which is not necessarily useful to the customer. I'm not quite sure why you've got that there on your home page. Free gift wrapper, that's cool. Personal message, yeah, we like that, we like that, we like that. Not sure about this bit. We've then got designer gift boxes. After the gift boxes, we've then got this 5 steps to premium bespoke stationery, which I really like, because you want to be, you're going to have a lot of people coming to this site who don't necessarily know how they go about buying it. There's a lot of questions, queries, hence you've got the need assistance, you've got the other bit up at the top, with a nice navigation. But I'd make a lot more of this. I'd have this a lot more prominently on the site. You've also got 6 steps down here and 5 steps up here, so I'd make that consistent. And I'd add the guarantee in the same place. The other thing I'd do is make sure that all of these are happening on screen, because it looks like you go offline at this point. You go from web, you go to offline, all looking a bit physical. So either go with the whole thing looking physical or go with the whole thing looking online. But at the moment, you've kind of got that confusion going on between the two of them. Down here we then got a really pretty image, which I don't think really is adding a great deal, and we've got a link through to the wedding samples again. So there's a bit of confusion going on this homepage of different types of messages, and some of the strongest messages really getting washed out. I mean, these are your real big calls to action, and they're looking a little bit pale. Almost looks like I've faded them out or something. As well as, I know we've got some good messages coming on here, but just needs to be a little bit more cohesive on this homepage of what you want people to do. So let's go and have a look at picking some of our own stationery. So let's go and do the Christmas cards, as it's that time of year. So we come into our personalised Christmas cards. Great news is these are charity cards. I'd have made something of that on the homepage, because, or possibly up here, included the word charity, because it's what a lot of people won't buy cards from certain places because they don't have the charity aspect to it. So I'd make sure that you've got that really front and centre, not just on this page. From £2.30, I'm guessing that's £2.30 per card. If that's the case, make sure it states per card. Then down here we've got, I'm guessing this is a description of the card itself, or as in what they look like, outside, inside, back. I'd make it really clear which element you get to personalise. So you get to choose this. That's the same on everything, and that's the bit you personalise, if that's the case. Here's the bit about the charity. I'd have that up where we talk about charity Christmas cards up here. And then we've got 2 options choosing individual cards or browse collections. Now, I'm guessing if I want to browse multiple, I might as well go for the collections. So let's have a look at these collections. Wow, we got some cracking designs. I might have to use these guys next year for some nice e-commerce MasterPlan Christmas cards. Okay, so we've got some really awesome designs. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. What we need though is I need to pick one so we can go along with our activity. Oh, let's choose these slightly funky ones here. So this is our Sarah Edgley's Santa reindeers, and we've got an option to purchase individual cards or to purchase a pack of 10 with one of each design. Now up here I've suddenly got information on how to order individual cards. Now I quite like that as a useful guide, but I wouldn't be having it up here in the header, and I wouldn't state that it's individual, because presumably this process is exactly the same whether you're ordering individual or lots. Someone might see this and go, oh, they only do individual cards, I'll go somewhere else for my boxes of cards. So just to clarify, that could pay some dividends. So let's go and do this full set. Let's see, when do we go for a full set of cards? Okay, so our selection, Santa's reindeer set of 10. Now what would be great would be if we could have a picture of the cards we've chosen there. Oh, hold on, they've appeared up here. Right, I'd have that down with the bit which reminds me what my selection is, that I've got a set of 10. I'd have each of the designs that I've picked, and I would also state whether it's, you know, 4 each of 10 designs, or what that wouldn't work, would it? 2 each of 5 designs, or whether it's 1 each of 10 designs. We've then got the ability to add our text as we go down through, which is cool. We can change our font. Can we change our font? Clearly not. Oh, there we go. Okay, taking a little while to render. I do like the fact you're seeing it in reality here. That's really nice. So does it cost any more to change the fonts colour? No, still £25 for 10. That's cool. I'd make a bit more of that. If it doesn't cost any more to change the font, doesn't cost any more to change the colour, I would make sure people realise that choice of colour is free or something, because sometimes that's what you'll pay extra for. You've then got your quantity. So we go down through depending on how many you want, which is cool, and you then get to accept the layout and add to basket. Oh, and we've got that guarantee again down here. I would have your logo for the guarantee in this space too, so it's nice, and it just ties the whole thing together. Just make sure that's clear. Okay. Oh, and what's this here? Change your illustration. Now, I'm guessing that means changing the front of the card. Let's see where this takes us. It's taking a while to load. Seem to have gone to another card. Alright, those are not in the least bit Christmassy, so what's going on here then? Occasion. That only appears to go to A. Oh, okay, we've got Art Christmas gowns. Let's see, when do we go to Art Christmas? My card seemed to change something I was looking at earlier, bizarrely. These... Oh, let's see what happens if we select one. I'm back in the spirit of Christmas cards that I was looking at earlier. Oh, and the images appeared inside the card. Okay, that I wasn't anticipating. And it's knocked the address off the bottom. So there's a little bit of a glitch going on there. One with it not being particularly clear where that illustration is going to appear. I thought we were talking about the beginning, the front of the card, not the interior of the card. And when I've done that, it's knocked lines of text off the bottom. So I'd have made sure that was clear for the user as well. Okay, so we've got a couple of minor bits there, but generally speaking, a site which is doing a great deal to make it clear and easy for the customers to order the right products and to make their way through what can be a difficult consumer purchase trip with the personalisation elements. And some really strong calls to action, such as our countdown up here, our security elements, our guarantee, but with some useful things such as our steps not being given the prominence they should and not the level of clarity we'd be looking for on the homepage. But I'm certainly going to be coming back to Honeytree for some cards in the future. Thank you for watching today's review. Just a quick recap. So we've been looking at honeytreepublishing.com, which is primarily an online-only business. They have that very niche product range scale. They're focusing on the personalised stationery, and the USP is most definitely the products and their designs. If you would like your e-commerce website reviewed, then for free, then just go to eCommercemasterplan.com and follow the links. Thanks very much. Bye.